Welcome to another session of Storytime with me. I'm Miss Seema and you're watching Seema Storytime. Children, today's story is of a boy called Basava. So Basava used to help his mom every day in picking up the firewood from the forest. But one day, he just loses his way. So who helps him get back home? Do you want to know? So let's read the story, Basava and the Dots of Fire. The name of the story is Basava and the Dots of Fire by Radhika Chadha and illustrations by Bhakti Pathak. If you ever go to Masinahalli, deep in the forest of India, you must stop to visit Basava. He will tell you this magical story about his friends, the Dots of Fire. It's easy to find Basava. He lives with his mother in a small hut in a village close to the forest. Every day, Basava helps his mother by collecting firewood. She uses it to burn a fire to cook food or to keep warm. Every day, Basava goes to the forest, picks up all the sticks he can find, ties them into a bundle, puts it on his head and goes back home. And every day his mother tells him, Basava, remember, come back home before the sun sets. One day Basava left home a little late. I had better hurry, he thought as he started to search for firewood. If he was quick, he could still return home before it grew dark. Just then he heard a soft voice. Help! Help! Basava looked around, but he couldn't see anyone. Anybody, please help? The voice whispered again from above his head. Basava looked up. On a tree, trapped in the silken threads of a cobweb, was a butterfly. Basava put aside the few sticks he had collected. He picked up a feather and carefully brushed away the sticky cobweb from the butterfly's wings. The butterfly fluttered. Yes, now it could fly. You saved my life. If you ever need any help, just call out, it said and flew away. How can a butterfly help me? Basava wondered. He carried on looking for firewood. A little while later, he heard another small voice. Help! Help! Basava looked around, but he couldn't see anyone. Somebody please help! The voice spluttered again from near his feet. Basava looked down. A dragonfly was drowning in a puddle of water. Basava found a peepal leaf. He lowered it into the water and lifted the dragonfly out. Then he gently placed the leaf in the rays of the setting sun. In a little while, the dragonfly's wings were dry and it could fly. Zzz, the dragonfly hovered happily over Basava's head. You saved my life. If you ever need my help, just call out, it said, and flew away. How can a dragonfly help me? Basava wondered. What I really need help with is firewood, he thought. I will have to go further into the forest. And so Basava went deep into the forest, deeper than he could ever been before. Here the forest floor was carpeted with sticks and twigs. Excitedly he picked up more and more and more. But when he put the large bundle on his head and turned to go, he found that it was dark. Very dark. The sun had set a long while ago. Basava was frightened. How could he find his way home? Help! He cried, but the forest was silent and dark. Somebody please help! He cried again. And then, to his surprise, a soft voice said, What's the matter? It was the butterfly, and behind it was the dragonfly. I want to go home, Basava said, but it is so dark. I can't see the way. Wait here, said the dragonfly, and they flew away. How can they help me? Basava wondered as he waited. The dragonfly and the butterfly and the dragonfly soon returned with a firefly. Our friend the firefly can help you, they said. How? Asked Basava. Watch me, said the firefly and took a deep breath. Basava gasped. The firefly glowed. Its body shone with light, a light so bright and so sharp. It looked like a small dot of fire in the dark forest. That's beautiful, cried out Basava. But how will that help me get home? You'll see, said the firefly. Basava watched the bright little spark fade away into the distance. In a few moments it was back, and with it were all the fireflies of the forest. Mother fireflies, father fireflies, sisters, brothers, friends, each a glittering dot. As they arrived, thousands and thousands of them, the little dots of fire joined together like a blanket of stars in the sky. The whole forest glowed, and Basava could see. Happily, he set off for home. All the way out of the forest, the fireflies flickered over Basava, throwing a path of light for him. The butterfly and dragonfly hovered close to him. Then, in the distance, he saw his mother waiting at the edge of the forest. She was amazed to see Basava run out with a shimmering cloud of light all around him. See, he began excitedly and turned to show her his new friends. But they had gone. The forest was dark again. Basava told his mother all that had happened. The next day, the whole village heard the story. And if you ever go to Masinahalli, he will tell you the story too. He may even take you with him deep into the forest to meet his friends, the butterfly, the dragonfly, and the twinkling, glimmering, shimmering dots of fire. The end. Wow, children, did you realize that Basava is a very kind-hearted boy? He is very helpful too. So when he loses his way from the forest, who comes to help him? His forest friends. Those are the butterfly, the dragonfly, and of course the fireflies, isn't it? Yes, so they help him get back home. Isn't that wonderful, children? I'm sure, children, when you find somebody is in need, you do help. You help your grown-ups back at home, and even your friends. Don't you do that? Well, great. That's lovely to know. And so, children, we come to the end of another session of Story Time with me. We'll come back with more exciting stories for you. Till then, from our story room, it's a bye-bye. See you soon.